Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the CSC Challenger Series brought to you by Partners Promoting Darts. William Stuart here alongside me, per usual, the boom man, Mr. Sean Green, and in the background, of course, Nick Dichiria. We are thrilled to be here tonight as we are going to have a fantastic match between our Season 1 finalist, Kevin Schmitz, and Kenny Doyle. Sean? How's it going, buddy?
I mean, I've been waiting for like a year and a half for this rematch, brother. It's been that long. We had season 1 King Seat match and the finals. Kevin Schmitz taking on Kenny Doyle. Kenny Doyle coming out victorious in both of those. Although it was a pretty close battle, 9-7, I think was the final score in the final. So Sunshine State Santa's got a lot of work to do tonight. But man, this is going to be awesome. I cannot wait for this battle. It's going to be a good one. Hopefully, those watching along with us tonight, all of you in the chat, let us know who you're rooting for. Let us know where you're tuning in from. We appreciate it every time. But, buddy, let's take a look at both these players' profiles. Let's start off with Sunshine State Santa.
Hey, that was a little tongue tire there. Yes, we'll start off with Kenny Doyle. Of course, you said it, nickname Santa. Playing for 30-plus years, throwing the super darts. Kenny Doyle, 16.5, blackout model. And how about those averages? 5.30. That is our third-ranked average in Division number 1. A 56.1 win percentage and a little bit more for you. How about 31.9 marks, 73.7 marks, and 2 white horses for Kenny, who will be playing out of Skybox for C&M Darts.
Yeah, I cannot wait to get that Skybox location view, of course. We can always go back to this weekend real quick and just say that champions might be made in the CSC Challenger Series, but legends are born in the PPD Nationals. And John Four has become a legend in PPD Nationals, winning $10,350 this last weekend.
I got news for you. It was more than that, sir, because he took first in triples as well.
Oh, well.
Yeah, first in triples as well. So congrats to John Four, who pulled off some miracles this weekend. Well, let's take it on over to Kevin Schmitz. Enough of this guy for now, per se.
Let's look at Kevin Schmitz, nicknamed the Rabbit. He's been playing for about 10 years. He throws those Booyah darts, Rabbit version 2. His average is a 5.01 MPR, which is actually, he has an interesting thing that's going on here because he's played one less match, I believe, than Kenny Doyle. He has a few less games in there, but he's originally from Sparta, Wisconsin, and he is, of course, the Division 1 CSC Challenger Series runner-up in Season 1. He has 17.9 marks, 38.7 marks, 45.5 marks, and 27 games played. So his last match was a win over Rick Hensey, although I don't know if that was a forfeit or if they actually played.
Well, hey, let me tell you about Kevin Schmitz. He's playing at a South End bar this evening in La Crosse, Wisconsin. We saw a little touch of that on this weekend stream. He plays for Stansfield Vending. I'm excited to get him back in this CSC because there for a little while we were missing Mr. Kevin, weren't we?
Well, I mean, I got this whole Boom Goes to Wisconsinite thing. I had said it first time for him in the finals of the CSC Challenger Series, and then he just never came back. So it'll be nice to be able to call that out again for him.
It certainly will. It certainly will. There's the tail of the tape for these two gentlemen as they square off tonight as they are getting ready as we speak. Here's a look from, South End Bar in La Crosse, Wisconsin, where Whammo will be at this year.
Whammo!
La Crosse. Yeah, looking forward to that one. Is that Ryan in the background too? Yes, that is Ryan.
Yeah, the Sofa King.
Who we saw this weekend on the stream. But hey, we're excited for this one this evening as it's shorts weather in Wisconsin, apparently, for Kevin. That seems a little bit crazy.
Hey, it's always shorts weather when you live in a place where there's no such thing as shorts weather.
Well, the complete opposite. It always shorts weather for Kenny as he's down there in, Kissimmee, Florida?
Kissimmee.
I always
Florida.
I always like the good one, Kissimmee. I always
Yeah.
keep it with the unusual.
Well,
Why
I'm not gonna kiss a you. All right.
Well,
We're
she's gonna
go-
kiss me and you. Why not? Here we go.
All
As we
right,
take a look
guys.
from Skybox.
Well, I need you guys to kiss a so I can go over. If you've never watched before, let's go over the format and specific rules of the CSC Challenger Series. It's a double elimination style tournament. Both of these players have one loss already, which is crazy to say considering this was the season 1 finals. Players will play a race to 9, best of 17 legs, all cricket with a cork or 3-dart count up to start the match, which was just won by Kenny Doyle. The loser of the previous leg will start the next leg after that. If either player is down 3 or more legs, they will continue to go first until that deficit is reduced to 2 legs. This is the PBD player advantage rule. If we go the distance, players will cork for start in the last leg decider. And here is Sunshine State Santa. I wonder why he gets his name that way.
Well, I was about to say, I looked up the weather actually for both. 39 right now on lacrosse, 54 in Orlando, so a little bit chilly in Orlando this evening, but
Wow.
fixing to be 85 here in a couple days for like a week to 10 days straight, so who wouldn't want that? Probably not the same for Wisconsin.
Hey, you know what? Honestly, the high temperature here in Indy is about the same temperature as it is in Orlando right now. Yeah, we're getting a little heat wave this week. Highs in the 50s, and I don't think we're going back down to the 30s or 40s anytime soon here in Indiana. So this is a good switch. This is the switch of the season here right now. And look at him switching around the board. 7 mark there for Kenny Doyle. Sunshine State Santa is starting out in Fuego.
Already off to the races here, as Kevin's going to have to look for those trip 18s. We're a little bit off on our video. We do apologize for that, but we are dealing with a new system here, so still working out the kinks here with this one, but I know that Nick's in the background hard at work trying to fix that up, so bear with us on that one.
Well, guys, don't you forget the A to Z Darts has chosen to feature the latest Target player drop. Brand new Gabriel Clemens Black Darts and Dimitri Vandenberg G2 Darts are now available. View the Dream Maker Generation 2 barrels by clicking the banner on the homepage. You can also shop this year's Premier League player products from 4 different manufacturers. A to Z combined products from all 8 of the players featured on their website to make it easier for you to support your favorite pro. Just click the banner on their homepage over at a-zdarts.com.
Good stuff. Well, we didn't go over we went over the tail of tape for these guys, but we want to go over their rounds and where they've and who they've played. So Kevin started off with Ram Rivera winning that match, played Gabe Steffen that put him in the loser side. Matt Purdon, and then he actually beat out Rick Hinsey. So Rick Hinsey is out of this tournament, my man.
Yep.
That is crazy to say, but we wanted to mention that one as Kevin was able to do the business on Rick to put him out of this event. Kenny, first round, Steve Hennings. Second round, Brian Dennis, which of course is tough being that it's a player from Skybox.
Yep.
And then Leonard Gates in round 3, which put him into this round. And Nick's chuckling back there for some reason. Who knows?
I'm taking the prospector from Toy Story 9 to 5.
I like that. That is good. Caleb Hunter with a doozy. Love it.
And Justin Schmitz, of course, coming in saying Santa is clearly over the line. Here we go.
Oh, Rick had to forfeit.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know about that. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it was a choice. The family, I think, had 1 week to do a family trip where everyone at the same time was off work and off school. As boom goes the dynamite there for Kenny Doyle getting us started. And so, yeah, he had to make the decision. And
don't blame him one bit for doing that, buddy. I mean, you got to have family time.
Family
you
first.
know that. I know that. We all know that. So, honestly, I need to do that more often myself, as sometimes darts takes a priority and it shouldn't. So, here we go. Kenny looking for 1, 2, 3 on the Bulls. Have to go double here. Just 2 singles, but hey, it's looking like his leg here to start us off.
Yeah, not winning darts in the hands of Kevin. So the Rabbit's going to look to be down 1-0. He can throw in a point tie with another double bowl. Well, why not? Almost. All right, Santa's going to wrap it up. Going to put that gift into the sleigh, and it is 1-0.
477, 471. That's just going to show you how tight this will be this evening, folks.
Well, I'm just going to go ahead and call it. That's going to be one of the lowest averages for the two players the entire night.
Oh, that's a gutsy statement there. I don't know if that per se will happen. I mean, we're getting a lot of legs ahead. I think there'll be a couple where maybe they're iffy, but I think we're going to touch the sixes a couple times at least, maybe numerous times this evening.
I'm not going to backtrack from that. Just saying.
All righty. Hey, that's fine. That's quite all right. I was just like, okay, all righty. Usually we see a dip in the latter portions of this leg this match instead of at the very beginning, but to each their own. Big 7-mark opener from Kenny there.
Oh, look at that. We got, of course, Sugar Shane in there saying the guy never misses a bullseye against me. Sheldon in there trying to gamble on Santa. I don't know if that's kosher. I don't know if that's kosher to say kosher there on Santa. Jordan Zamansky saying, let's go, Kevin. Anthony Arneson said, instead of closing numbers, he should have went bulls because now he just would have needed 5 bulls. Well, just would have. How about Ernie in there saying, let's go, Kevin? Booyah Darts representative. Bobby Ames saying darts is life.
Can't lie there.
Just a little peek behind the scenes. When I set the stuff up pretty early before the stream, Kenny Doyle was playing 2 league matches before this. So he played 2, I believe, 15 or 19 game leagues. And then Kevin got there at least an hour early playing with Ryan to warm up. So Ryan Sofa, that is. So there's a lot of warm up for these guys here as they want to make sure they're in peak performance for this evening.
Okay. Well, Kenny does that, right? Where he plays like 3 really long format matches and still has enough energy in the tank to rock and roll here in the CSC Challenger Series. 5 mark there from Kenny.
Kenny really hammering down on those 17s. 5-3-3, 5-3-3. We told you this is going to be tight this evening. It's going to be tight the whole way. Just a little recap. I don't know if you mentioned it earlier. I don't think you did. 9-7 last time these guys played in the final of season 1, where Kenny Doyle came out victorious, but it was a tight-knit affair.
Well, if you just would listen to me from time to time, you would realize I did say that, but that's okay.
And that's what I figured.
No, it's okay. It was early on. There was enough time in between. But how about this? This just in. I don't know if you saw it in the chat there. Brett Davis saying, looking forward to playing the winner. And that is because he has taken out John Edwards from this tournament. And Brett Davis will be playing the winner of this match.
And John Edwards doing some work early in this event, really surprising some folks. And unfortunately, now he's gone.
Yep, he gone.
Well, that's just unfortunate, but that just goes to show you that as we work our way into the later part or stages of this tournament, fortunately, we're going to find less and less people. That's just the way it goes. And Leonard Gates currently, oh man.
Goes to Santa.
Not just a bingo Santa, but a white horse at that.
Yeah.
Closing the door almost, yeah.
I would definitely close the door. Unless he goes double bull, trip 15. Oh. That would have been crazy. Yeah, Mike Maloney going, what a hit. Sorry, but I didn't mean to distract you there. What were you saying?
Not at all. I was actually getting ready to kind of go through the bracket, but I wanted to let Kenny get through this leg first.
Yeah, 6.18.
I told you those 6s were coming, and they came pretty quick.
5.00 for Kevin Schmitz.
Well,
so 2-0 lead here for Kenny.
Back to the bracket. It's Mike Maloney and Leonard Gates for the king seat. as they'll toe off, I think, next week, maybe the previous week after that. April
April 10th.
April 10th. I think Leonard actually is going overseas for a qualifier for the World Seniors, I believe. I saw that today.
Yep.
Mike Scarborough, Bob Anderson on the loser side. Ram Guevara taking on Johnny Lackey on the loser side. Kevin Schmitz, Kenny Doyle this evening. Brett Davis, we just mentioned that, coming out on top of John Edwards. So the winner of Brett Davis and this winner will take on Gabe Steffen for 5th, 6th. And then Mike Carter on the top in that 5th, 6th position too. So that is who we have left in this tournament.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It always, like in a blink of an eye, it seems like this CSC Challenger Series is reaching a conclusion as we get our first 8 mark from the Wisconsinite. Almost set off some dynamite, though. It was close.
Almost. Not quite, though. Going to the 18s is Doyle, and he's got a nice 6 of them.
Yep. 6 gets him the point lead, but only by 12. So Kevin has some options here. 20s first, most likely. And see if he moves over now or stays there. Stayed. Oh, I didn't even see much of a shift out of him. I didn't know if he was going to go over there or not, but he hits it.
Yeah, just a subtle shift, but it pays off for him as he's able to close those 18s. Kenny now to the 16s or 15s. He'll choose the 16s, looking for another triple.
Gets another triple.
Yeah, massive, but still I think that there'll be some pressure added from Kevin here as he'll point early, then go for the close here.
Well, guys, we haven't mentioned it yet, but A to Z Darts is sponsoring a live stream giveaway tonight. Tonight's raffle winner will receive their choice of Target Tacoma dart case. Color options include red, green, blue, orange, black, and yellow. All you got to do is leave a comment in the chat, hit that like button for us on our Facebook page, either USA Darts or Partners Promoting Darts, and you'll be automatically entered in for your chance to win.
Well, how about that from Kevin as he elected to stay on the 20s? He wanted 6 of them before he was going to go down, and he just missed with that second dart, stayed there, did get 6, but Kenny with a nice answer on the 16s of a 7 mark. And once again, we're tied up on our averages midway into this leg.
Yeah, and don't just say tied up on the average. They're 6.25.
Well, I'm just saying.
It's a crazy good average, too.
I'm just saying. I mean, 3 legs in a row. We've been tied in averages midway through. What else could you expect here in the CSC Challenger Series, brought to you by Partners Promoting Darts?
Big round. Kind of missed there from Kenny, so Kevin a chance here.
He'll go right at the 16, I feel. 1, 2, 3 needed, and he can close the door with 2 houses up. So why not fat ones work? And he'll collect it.
You got a little trip for Sing there on the last dart. I like it.
So getting to the 15s or bulls, he'll elect 15s.
Yep.
Trying to get 9. Oh. Big deflection there. I mean,
I think it was on purpose. He went at the 17 to close it. It looked like it did kiss off the dart, though, didn't it?
No, it really did. I thought it really kissed off there. I thought he was going for the 15s the whole time.
No, I think it just looked like it kissed off there, but I'm pretty sure he was going at the 17s to close those, and then also went at the 20 on the last dart.
Well,
it was a bold move gotten, but
I was looking all dartboard, and I thought that kissed off there. I was like, whoa, okay. But hey, he's putting the pressure on here. Look at this. Will he close?
Boom goes right there. Dynamite there for Kenny Doyle.
Maybe I'm off my rocker and just not paying attention. How about that?
Kevin Chaser in the chat ran a blind draw on Sunday that I happened to be victorious in. First time for everything. Kevin going back up, gets the trip 20. And that was a good time for a 7 mark there.
Look, it certainly was. Oh, yeah, this is exactly what I was expecting this evening. We haven't seen much from Kevin. I mean, he has been playing. That's definitely a fact, but he just hasn't been playing actively in the CSC Challenger Series. So
Well, he has
questionable
this
how he's.
season.
Well, yes, but I mean, going into this CSC,
Yeah, I agree. I was actually curious as well to see kind of what form he'd be in, and so far, been pretty up to the task. Stayed up there, hit a trip 20 on dart 3. I like the move. Jeremy Byrne in the chat saying, "Let's go, Kevin, kick it up." I want it to be known that I almost, when shaving today, left my mustache. But then I came to my senses.
Bulls for the win.
Big dart. All right. How about a 5.56 to a 5.28? So far, both those averages still above the 4.7s that I talked about being one of the lowest average legs of the entire match.
Of course, of course. Well, we'll see if it holds true. Currently winning averages were 4.77, 6.18, 5.28. As we start off with some triples here over the 18s.
Get 7 of them.
He shrugged it off.
I always like to give my bonjour to Monsieur Richard, who tunes in from France with us every week.
He's a frequent flyer now. He's earning mileage.
Well, you know how it goes. I like how Jeremy put "ha ha" to my joke about the mustache thing. It made it well worth it. Kenny Doyle, ladies and gentlemen, with an 8 mark. He's throwing well tonight.
Yes.
I think it's safe to say he is throwing top-notch Kenny Doyle darts.
They both are playing well. I mean, look at this.
Oh, Kevin, I just want to say it once tonight, bud. At least give me one.
Let him do it. Come on.
Stop doing this to me, Kevin. Kicks in there saying, "Oh, Doyle rules." So Phoenix in the house showing their loyalty to Florida. How about that?
Must be a nice weather thing. You guys are always picking on all us other people.
What's the weather like in your part of Kansas?
Actually, we're due for a hot streak right now. I think right now today was 50 degrees.
Okay, that's about what it was in Indy.
It was 50 degrees, and then Tuesday it's gonna be 72, Wednesday 81, and then next week it'll be 60s and 50s.
Okay, well you beat us then. The rest of this week.
They say in Kansas it can be all 4 seasons in one day.
Yeah,
and that is a true statement. 100%.
Indiana can literally be a 35 to 40 degree difference depending on from one 24-hour period to another. It's amazing.
Kenny going for at least a triple here on the 20s before moving. Oh, he does go down to the 19s. I do not mind that at all. Just looking for that open bed there.
Let's see how aggressive Kevin plays this. I could see him opening up the 15s at a certain point. I can see him staying on the 16s now.
Hey, I do want to mention, how about the little crowd we got at the South End
Oh, yeah.
Bar tonight in La Crosse? There's a good amount of people there.
Yeah, and I think there's a few people playing around Kevin that's actually playing in the league, if I'm not mistaken. But that's cool to feature that location for the first time and show that support there. I can tell you what right now, the guy in the Packers shirt, based on his shoes alone, great dart player.
Hey, come on now. It's the shoe of every dart player.
Listen. It's the shoe of the champions. I wear them every time I play. So, James saying just another Monday in La Crosse.
So if Hey Dudes wants to sponsor us dart players, let us know. We'd really appreciate some love.
We would call that a win-win, I think. Hey, dudes.
Oh, definitely. Trip 20 opener. Schmitz attacking here, going for the 19s. He'll go back for points there, and only 16. So he did try to close out some numbers, but it could be detrimental now.
Kenny only a 3 mark there.
Yeah, and he was just outside with both of those second and third dart. I mean, thought the door would be closed for Kevin, but he's
Oh,
going to try to
boy.
take advantage. Here you go.
Boom goes the Wisconsinite. There he is. Thanks, Kevin. 3 in the bed on the 16s. We got a polarizing topic in the chat of hey dudes. And weather. That's what we've done tonight. The weather and shoes. So
Bringing it to you with some fantastic topics this evening.
fashion and weather. That's what we're all about here. CSC Challenger Series, where darts comes third.
Well, Doyle for the 17s here. There's a triple. There's a triple.
Staying. There we go. Boom goes the dynamite right back for Kenny. And oh boy, couple of heavyweights just throwing haymakers. Oh, look.
How about this answer?
Oh.
He went for it. Do you agree with that 17 shot there?
Sure I do. Boom goes the dynamite back to back for Kenny. And he's talking to himself. He's the only person that shakes his head after doing something that he's supposed to do.
It is funny and entertaining just to keep your eye on Kenny the whole time and just know he's gonna give you some wonderful faces throughout the evening. If it's a big 9 mark or even a 3 mark, it's gonna be dang near a shake your head every time.
Well, one more bowl. And there you go. Leg number 4 goes to Kenny Doyle. Takes a 3-1 lead. Do you think that is a big enough separation already for Kenny?
Ooh, that is a tough one. No, I think we still have to see how it after the break. So if Kenny wins another one here and is guaranteed at least going into the break 4-3, that could be detrimental. But I think Kevin's still got a shot here. He's just one away from being one behind. Nice 9.
They're doing some like awesome celebrations in the background too. I don't know if you noticed that.
I did not see that one.
That's what we need to have happen. We need one of these locations to do like boom goes the dynamite. For every 9 mark, they do like the bench celebrations in college basketball where they come up with like different things that they do in the background. That'd be wonderful.
It certainly would. Let's get some waves in the waves in the bar here.
Oh,
would be funny just to see like the random 3 people start a wave.
So I just want to piggyback off that question you had earlier there. Is the 3-1 enough of a separation? I'm going to be honest, and I think all 3 of us can call ourselves residential Kenny experts with how many times we've streamed him in the CSC at this point.
yeah.
Kenny has been hitting his timely shots, and that's always what he's best at. But his overall play right now has been a little bit more sporadic than normal, while Kevin's been a lot more consistent in his play. I think that's concerning, and it really will depend on how Kenny comes out of the break here, because he's winning off timing right now, not off overall ability.
Ooh. That's coming from the hometown kid, the former partner of Kenny Doyle.
former for a reason. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
You got to be hard on the hometown teams. I don't want to just be like, oh, well, he's just going with Kenny because he's the Florida guy. I mean, I of course I want to cheer for the people in the background here. When my microphone's muted, you guys see me cheer. That being said, I also want to be realistic on the situation here. And right now, Kenny just needs to do what Kenny does, talk to himself and get his starts into the right spot. He has a good advantage. It's just about maintaining it.
Look at Kenny going to work as he looks back and gives a little fist pump. That's like yelling and shouting for Kenny Doyle right there.
Yeah, he just did the twist and shout on his own. Somebody played the Beatles in the bar. You know what I'm saying? Eric Holland saying these guys will be fun to play against in less than a month. LOL. Yeah, Lavelle Stirring saying don't try to ignore me. Well, we didn't.
Don't worry,
I didn't even try.
You're not ignored, sir. Just catch the Booyah Cup recap we got coming out tomorrow on USA Darts.
There you go. Oh boy. Well, good evening, morning to you, sirs. Sean in Scotland. And Steve saying you may want to stream the winner of this match next week. There is going to be an upset. I like that.
Okay.
I like that announcement there. So, already looking ahead to next week, but that is because Brett can. That's Brett Davis is who I think is being called for the upset there. He already upset John Edwards tonight, so I would say that's definitely a possibility. Big 6 mark there from Kevin. Gets the point lead and keeps it rolling. But you're looking at this, I mean, against the throw, Kenny's throwing a 6.0. I think last leg he was against the throw, he threw like a 6.0 up until the last couple of legs. It's putting a lot of pressure here on Kevin.
Kevin's going to try to answer here. A couple triples would be handy. There they are. Will he make a move or stay right there? I like the staying right there because if you try to move, he can still work on the house here. He's still got the 18s. He's still got the 17s.
Yeah, plus that's the second time he has 9 marked those 16s. But Kenny Doyle is just going to keep doing some stuff. Back to back. Dynamite's being lit, bud.
Yeah, Kenny loves those 17s. We've seen it in previous streams. I look for it tonight, the rest of the night, and 16s maybe Kevin's option here.
Oh. Hard flight down. This is interesting.
Ram Guevara and Johnny Lackey going at it in the background. So I wanted to mention that. I'm trying to get a score line, but we'll see.
2 Houston players. Oh boy. I like this. Oh, only 3. There's the opening from Kevin. Or for Kevin, not from.
Kevin could take advantage right here. Big trip 16, and then he can take a look at the 18s and 17s.
There's the 16s. 17s. Yep.
Oh,
Looking
baby.
up. Big darts there from the rabbit.
He's trying to keep himself in this game. He did get the start here, but Kenny has added immense pressure from the get-go. Now he's only got the 15s and bulls to work with. He needs a triple here. And even that triple is not going to be enough here. Kevin is going to be all over this.
I don't know if you guys saw in the background there was famous celebrity dart player Nick Dichiria at Skybox. So I know he's following along, listening in, probably with his headphone in. Look at that. he's so new school. He still uses cords in his headphones. There he is.
He's chuckling right now.
And the
knowing you
beautiful
just
Miss
said that.
Wendy's there in the background as well.
Love it. I love it. Austin Braswell up and walking around. I bet you that dude can't even sit right now.
He gets more involved, I think, than he even when he's playing in whatever his friends' matches are doing. I could see him being that type of hype man, you know?
Oh, for sure. I'm that kind of person myself. And look at this from Kevin. He did what he needed to do, closed out those 15s, back to the 16s.
Nick in the chat saying, I can't hear on my wireless.
Hey, right. He tried to put up the tin cans to his ear with no
Double
string
pull.
attached.
Oh, a double bowl would have taken it. So now the pressure goes to the rabbit. 3 bowls to make it 3-2.
Did you catch that, Sean?
I did not. I wish I did.
I said he tried to put the tin can up to his ear with no string attached.
Oh, here we go. Kenny's going to get away with one here. Double bowl, dart 1, 4-1 score line. Now is it too far? It's tough to break Kenny Doyle.
It certainly is, and that's going to guarantee at least the lead going into the break. And he kind of stole that one away. I'm going to be honest with you.
Well,
He really stole that one away. He hung in there the whole time, and then it looked like this was going to go in Kevin's favor, and nope.
Well, Kevin hit very timely darts there mid-match or mid-leg, and you thought that was going to be the turning point. And then Kenny going the double bowl, trip 16, single bowl, put a lot of pressure on Kevin. And Kevin's got like 15 hype men behind him. So I'm sure the adrenaline rush is there a little bit too in those types of moments.
This is in my opinion the second leg where Kevin had complete control going up to a certain point, or had at least a good advantage going into the bulls, where something happened, got a little wonky and went the other direction. And your 4-1 is starting to get to a very tall task, but if there's anybody to do it, Kevin Schmitz is one of the guys I'd be saying has the ability to do so.
We'll have to find out here. Let me tell you, but I did want to mention we will have 2 great interviews with these guys where, man, it's the best interview I think we've ever seen with Kenny. Kenny was really kind of giving us some great info there in this interview. So hang around and watch this interview when we do go to break. It's a good one. I did want to mention that before we get too far in.
I want you guys in the chat to play a game, and the game is guess the excuse Kenny wanted to have to not be on camera, and guess what Nick made him do.
It was a unique choice of camera position, but let me tell you what, it was great. Is when
that game.
When it does come to interviews, our cameramen are these players, so we're kind of at the mercy of them sometimes. But
big dart there from Kevin to get rid of those 18s. And a big trip 16, which I would shoot if I'm Kevin, because it's automatic for him right now. Those 16s are just gone every time you shoot at them.
Kevin looking promising for this one. Just needs a single bowl. And it is a 5.0. Kenny throwing a 3.75 there.
Well, when you only throw 5 rounds, you miss one of them. That's a big one. Kevin did that so quick. You would almost say quick like a rabbit. He got through that round.
That was a very, very quick leg.
Hey,
I mean,
that's a beautiful way to beat Kenny Doyle.
Yeah. 2 minutes is 4-2 scoreline here.
That is a beautiful way to beat Kenny Doyle. Quickly.
Well, folks, before we get into our break, make sure to give us a like. Make sure to give us a follow. Comment and get entered into our giveaway this evening. As we got a Target Tacoma dart case that we're giving away. Don't want to miss out on that one.
Yeah, those color options include red, green, blue, orange, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow.
Great stuff. As there's a 9 mark from Kevin. I don't know what was more perfect, that singing voice or Kevin's 9 mark there.
Boom goes the Wisconsinite for Kevin Schmitz.
There you go. That's what we wanted. And how about an answer?
How about an answer? That is happening every time, it seems. Kevin hits a 9. Kenny follows directly with a 9. I actually don't know the number on that, the stat, but it's been probably 3 times at least that Kevin's hit a 9 mark, followed directly by Kenny Doyle hitting a 9 mark.
It seems like it has been 3-4 times this evening already, and usually that's not the case. I mean, you will get the occasional 1-2 answers on the night, but not this much this early. But we're seeing it in the early stages of this match. This is a good match. 4-2 scoreline. I mean, Kenny could be 5-2 ahead, or this could be 4-3, and we're right back at it once we get underway after our break.
Well, I know that there's some people in the chat that are wondering, hey, how do I play against these big dogs? I want to do it. I'm ready. Well, do you want to know how to become eligible to play in the CSC Challenger Series? Like the Wisconsinite right there, Kevin Schmitz? Players become eligible for those by playing in PPD leagues and daily remote tournaments, or DRTs. Leagues are starting daily, so get involved by going to dartstoc.com. That's right, Eric. Dartstoc.com and checking out the map. The map will show any location with G3 boards within the PPD system. Eric, they're always accepting new members, so if you're not seeing anything in your area, have your vendor contact them on the website. From there, players can sign up for leagues on the website. And Mr. Larson, it does not take a ridiculous amount of games to be eligible either. Consistently playing 1 league a week will keep a player eligible for this event in the future. Again, Eric, go to dartstoc.com to get signed up today. So I thought I'd make it personalized to him this time.
There you go. That was personalized. You mentioned earlier, that Kevin may be kind of feeling the pressure of having players or people behind him, kind of per se, with kind of some hollering around.
I think it's a great thing.
It is a great thing. We did.
Boom goes Wisconsinite.
Nice 9 mark. We did have a nice conversation with Kenny, and let's just show you how much this guy doesn't even care. Sean was trying to take a picture, and Nick was leaning on Kenny Doyle.
Yeah,
and he was still throwing what did he throw, a 7 or a 9 mark?
Yep. Yeah, and then finally stop for the picture. Yeah,
and then stop for the picture. So you can hoop, you can holler, you can just jump on Kenny. It doesn't matter. He's still going to throw a nice hefty round.
Yeah, it will not faze him one bit, even when he's in the middle of the picture. Nick Selepic knows the picture's being taken. We've already talked about it, and Kenny is like, "Nah, I'm going to throw my 3 darts instead."
Current scoreline is 3-2. Ram Guevara over Johnny Lackey.
Ooh, baby.
You know what I like a lot, and I hope Nick Slepik doesn't take this personally, so I hope he took out his earphone. But, I mean, Nick Slepik's kind of like old school in the sense that he's been playing with Kenny for quite a long time, a veteran of the sport, and Austin Braswell is definitely the up-and-comer of the group. And you can see consistently Nick's whispering stuff into Austin's ear there is almost like talk the match out with him. And I wonder what like gold nuggets are getting exchanged between these two players, because there's no better mentor than the guys in that room.
Well, isn't Skylar? Is that's Skylar back there too, isn't it?
Yep, Skylar sitting next to Stacy Braswell.
I mean, you look at just the C&M darts concept. I mean, the same thing could be said for the Wisconsin area. I mean, there's so many quality shots that are teaching these up and coming players just all the goods, and it's just crazy. These up and coming players, how good they are so quick, but it's because these experienced veterans they're around playing against. I would love to be in the Florida area around these guys playing. I'd love to be in Wisconsin, that area, playing against those players. I mean, man, the talent is unreal.
Yeah, I live in an area where we have a lot of talent in our area, and it makes everybody in our area better. It's a blessing. It's also fun. It's a fun curse to have when you go to a blind draw, and you are walking in the 20th best person there. Especially if you're me, it's worse. But it's fun. It's fun to get beat up on by these guys. I play in a no handicap league against some of the best, and it's because it's fun to learn to get better.
And
What you're gonna do from these guys.
I got to do myself justice here because I'd be ashamed not to mention like Boston area for Minutemen Dart League too. That's like prominent steel tip like area. So I wanted to mention that one as well before I get hassled in the background for not mentioning Minutemen up there.
Well, big round there from Kenny Doyle. Takes it out 5-7 over a 6.2 from Kevin Schmitz. Not good enough to take out that leg. 5-2 score line as we head to our break. Again, the game you're playing, chat, is what was Kenny's excuse for not getting on video, and what did Nick make him do? We'll be right back after our break.
Hey, my name's Kenny Doyle. I play at a Skybox Sports Tavern, playing for C&M Darts.
Well, Kenny Doyle, welcome back to the CSC Challenger Series. It wouldn't be the CSC without some Kenny. We're happy to have you back. For those who are going to be watching for the first time, can you tell us a little bit about how you got into darts?
Whew, a long time ago, man. Used to be a foosball player, and I just changed to darts, and I was pretty good right off the bat, stuck with it.
Well, you have done more than pretty well. I mean, we've seen you in season 1 go on a heck of a tear, including playing none other than your opponent tonight, Kevin Schmitz. Last time you played him in the finals, you came out on top 9-7. Can you tell us a little bit about playing Kevin in the past?
He's tough. You know, I expect a really good match.
Oh yeah, I mean it's always a tough match when Kenny Doyle's involved. So, that being said, last time you played him, it was in the finals and the king seat. Now this is a 9th through 12th place match. Would you say the CSC has gotten harder considering the fact that you guys are meeting at this part of the bracket?
Oh, it's much tougher. Much tougher. There are no easy matches in Division 1.
And then tonight, when you're playing Kevin, what's going to be your approach to coming out on top?
I think I'll play my normal strategy with him and just go toe-to-toe, see what happens.
And then we saw a pretty good showing out of Skybox for this most recent Nationals. Can you tell us a little bit about how singles went for you?
Played really good for the first 2 or 3 hours. When I paused, I struggled a little bit, but I was still okay. If I play like I did early on, I'm going to be really hard to beat tonight.
Fast forward a few weeks now, what would you use that prize money for if you won?
You know, I like to gamble. But there's plenty of things, you know, home repairs, stuff like that.
Alrighty, and then is there anything you want to say to your friends, fans, family, or anybody else watching along?
I appreciate all the support, and hopefully I can make you proud tonight.
Well, you've made plenty of people proud already, and I'm sure you're bound to do it again as Kenny Doyle takes on Kevin Schmitz, CSC Division 1. We wish you nothing but the best of luck.
I'm Kenny Doyle, and you're watching the CSC Challenger Series.
My name is Kevin Schmitz. The bar I typically play out of is Augie's Bar and Grill in Bangor. This week I will be throwing out of South End Bar in La Crosse. And my vendor is Stansfield Vending.
Kevin Schmitz, the Rabbit, makes his grand return to the CSC. Of course, last time we saw you was about over a year ago, where you had a great run. But those are going to be watching for the first time. First, can you give us some background on what got you into darts?
Actually, I started throwing darts when I was at a younger age. I'd get done with a wrestling practice, or I'd have a night off from doing something with sports when I was a kid, and my dad would be throwing league, and I'd go watch him throw, and that's kind of always what I wanted to do once I turned 21. So, and it just kind of continued on for about the last 10 years or so.
Well, let's give some lore to those people that are going to be watching your match. The last time we saw you was the season 1 finals, where you played none other than, of course, Kenny Doyle, your opponent this evening. Can you tell us about how that match went for you and what your thoughts were on it being such a close game?
I can't quite remember the score of it, but I know it was pretty close compared to the first time I played him for the Hill. But I know Kenny ended up on top. I believe it was 9-7 or 9-6, I want to say. And actually, I think I outthrew him average-wise, but he ended up just hitting the marks when he needed them, and he had the big rounds when I couldn't capitalize on the rounds that he needed. He capitalized big.
Well, what was a finale match in season 1, so about a year and some change ago, is now a 9th through 12th match against you guys. Do you think that speaks a testament to how tough the CSC has gotten?
Oh yeah, that the talent of players that had joined it since I had first started throwing in them, with Leonard Gates and Mike Maloney coming back. Just the talent of everyone that's throwing in it has gotten a lot higher and a lot tougher. It really makes you have to throw your A game to be able to compete with it.
Let's say the Rabbit hops onto the finals one more time and comes out on top. What would you use with the prize money?
Spend a lot of it on kids. Hope maybe take a trip with them. Having 3 kids and all, and maybe buy my girlfriend something nice, because she puts up with everything and she supports me, and she's been one of my main supporters through the past few years.
And then anything you want to say to your friends, fans, family, or anybody else watching along?
I'd like to once again say thanks to my girlfriend. She's been my main supporter through the past 4 or 5 years. She allows me to go do this stuff and stay home with kids. So once again, thank you. I want to say thanks to Booyah, my sponsor, supplying me with my barrels, supplies. And I would like to say thanks to Augie's Bar for allowing me to throw out of there, South End Bar for allowing me to throw out of there, and Stansfield Bending for being a part of the PPD TOC, for allowing me and giving me this chance to throw in the CSC again.
Well, everybody's anticipating your great comeback. Kevin Schmitz is going to be taking on Kenny Doyle, the Rabbit versus the Santa. We're excited to see how it plays out, and we wish you nothing but the best of luck.
Kevin Schmitz, and you are watching the CSC Challenger Series.
Back here for our match between Kevin Schmitz and Kenny Doyle, as this has been a fantastic back and forth battle so far. Kenny, the scoreline, honestly,
Who's that guy?
Whoa, hold up, Wade. You better get off this board because we're not waiting. Okay, sorry, we're gonna stop singing. Kenny Doyle currently up 5-2, but the scoreline is nothing on this match right now. Current averages: Kevin 5.25, Kenny 5.22. So they're neck and neck in averages. Actually, Kevin just a little bit ahead, as you heard, but the scoreline in favor of Kenny.
Timing, right? I mean, that's a clear example of just timing is winning these legs. Kenny's hitting a big 9 mark at last, and it seems like every time Kevin hits a 9 mark, Kenny follows it with a 9 mark in a gross way.
It has been disgusting, the amount of big moments Kenny has obtained and was able to grab away from Kevin. And that's why we have the 5-2 scoreline currently. Just a reminder, this is a race to 9, so Kenny just needs 4 more on the board. Put this away, but the player advantage is in effect, correct, Sean? Well,
not really.
You got one more leg, and then it'll potentially be a bigger.
Yeah. Right now, it doesn't really affect, because if Kevin wins this leg, it becomes 5-3, which is within that 2. So Kenny would go first.
Did you guys?
It's really when it comes 4 and more.
Did you guys see that? By the way, Kevin was going up to the board, hit the button, and then Ryan Sofa comes in and says, "No, I got it," to be his button pusher there. I thought that was a pretty good interaction there.
Button pusher, sofa king, Ryan Sofa.
Why not?
All right. Here comes Rabbit. Stansfield Vending, thrown in La Crosse, Wisconsin, home of Whammo 2023. And of course, sponsored player of the Booyah Cup, which you and I attended a week ago.
We certainly did. What a fantastic day and event that was.
Oh, Kenny only starting off with a 4. So you mentioned this in the lead back. That's not the right thing, but either way, you said that Kevin had an actual higher average than Kenny here. Does that really bode well for Kevin at this point, or do you think that it actually kind of says the opposite with the fact that it's 5-2 Kenny?
I mean, Kenny. I don't. But this is the thing: is averages aren't the full tale of the tape. I mean, they can. We're seeing it right now. Kevin has the better average, but the scoreline is just in the favor of Kenny because Kenny is taking advantage of big moments, and that's why some people get lost on that average instead of looking at wins and losses, which is the really obtainable thing that you should be looking at. Yeah, sometimes you may get by with a 2-3 in cricket, as that's a big 9 mark there from Kevin. Well, counts as an 8. Yeah, -1. But yeah, a lot of players get lost in those averages instead of that occasional hiccup where maybe you scored a 2-6 or a 2-3 in cricket. That happens. Did you win the leg? Yes. Okay, good. Move on.
Look, Kevin throws an 8 mark, Kenny throws a 9. I swear, it's every time. It is incredible how often Kenny's like, all right, that was cute. I guess I'll play this time. Sorry. It's insane.
No, it is. Kevin just missing there with that last dart.
It's because he was so far ahead in the leg. And now all of a sudden, because Kenny has to do what Kenny does, it's now close again. And of course he's going to throw the 6 mark after the first dart misses. Man. Blvd is really curious about the Booyah Cup recap. I have not seen it, so I take no part in it whatsoever. Was not a part of any part of it. I'm probably not even in the video, so.
There was a few Z's that we caught. We'll just put it that way.
Oh. Okay, I do remember that moment.
It's all fun and games. Fun and games. Big 9 there from Kenny Doyle.
Boom goes the dynamite, Kenny. That is, man, every time. He's throwing a 6.0 now. This guy just stays within a reindeer shot of winning every leg. See, Kevin takes the chance there and closes the 16 with the last dart. I thought that Kenny might try that.
Let's grab the triple there. Does he look at the 17s now or the 20s? He looks at the 20s. Big triple hit.
Yeah, that's huge. But it's a 7 mark here from Kevin. That's the perfect start to it. Look at it.
He'll take a look.
And he hits it. Just a 7 mark needed, and he regains the lead. But this is one of those moments where Kenny can go double bull, trip 17, and just close it out at the end, you know?
He does go ahead and close out the 17s. Forces the hand of Kevin here, but Kevin had to make that move to the 15s. There was no other option, I feel, especially with the scoreline the way it is. But one more away.
There it is. Kevin does take it down as the button pusher extraordinaire steps up. to hit those buttons. And Mr. Ewing, I appreciate that. Yeah, definitely feeling better. And I definitely missed being there last week. I think it's only the second show I've missed in like 25 shows or something crazy.
The other one, you had a child being born, so it's more than understandable.
Yeah. It's the second CSE I've missed, yeah. Unlike some people on our team.
Yeah, some people have to be backpacks, and take their time off and stuff because they have events they got to stream. No big deal.
Well, Kevin's going to step up on the 19s to get us going. 5-3 scoreline. As I told you, it was not quite the player advantage rule with the 2-leg separation there. So, Sunshine State Santa is going to try and regain a 3-leg lead. This is a big, important leg in this match. Big and important.
So one thing that was a big talking point in the interviews, and I still can't really get over the fact, is that when we last saw these players play against each other, it was a King Seat match and a finals match in season 1. The fact that this is a 9th through 12th match on the loser side now just is a testament to how hard the CSC has really gone, because you'd be crazy not to pick Kenny or Kevin as a favorite in season 1. And now you're crazy to maybe even pick them as a favorite considering the back-to-back winner.
Well, I appreciate you bringing that back up, because it's an important distinction to make that the CSC is evolved into quite an awesome thing. That being said, I would still put Kenny Doyle and Kevin Schmitz among favorites every season based on their averages and past success. Boom goes the dynamite there from Sunshine State Santa.
See a lot of background action there as we get some fist pumps, some cheers. Love to see that. Yeah, this CSC Challenger Series, even the PPD in general, is just a different beast. They're getting record numbers. I mean, this past weekend we saw record numbers in our PPD nationals events, even though it was St. Patrick's Day, which is awesome. I mean, the PPD in general is having big numbers participation wise in leagues, and looking forward to even a bigger TOC this year. So, just the whole system is getting bigger and better, and who doesn't love that?
I know we don't hate it.
No. Possibly we'll see about more divisions down the road. Who knows? I'd love to see some more females in action myself. But who knows? Who knows where we're at?
There was a point in time where before we were all around, it was a men's and a women's.
Dynamite. Sorry.
There used to be just a men's and a women's instead of 2 division of open.
I think I do remember that when it first iteration or first season that it kind of started.
Of course, that same first season, the unofficial seasons as far as before we were around, was the same season where Mike Maloney double dipped Kevin Schmitz in the finals. There was that season as well, and there was another season where Brian Dennis came out on top.
That is true. I was schooled on that today by Mr. Mike Maloney, who informed me that there were seasons of the CSE before we got there, and that we should respect our elders. And everything else. No, he was like, fair enough. I understand that you just call season 1 the one that you started.
So he got mouthy. Okay.
No.
Actually, all right, Mike.
Actually, he was a complete gentleman about the whole thing.
Okay. Well, Mike, always coming in second best.
Whoa.
Just kidding. I know he's in the chat right now, so I had to say it.
And that's not true. He got 4th at Booyah Cup.
Whoopsies. How about Kevin going with a 7-mark opener, trying to close out those 17s? You see that instead of the 18s. Don't worry, Mike. You're still the 6th luckiest person in your family now.
Well, guys, leave a comment in our chat. Hit that like button. A to Z Darts is sponsoring a live stream giveaway tonight. Tonight's raffle winner will receive their choice of a Target Tacoma dart case. Color options include red, my personal favorite, green, blue, orange, black, and that elusive yellow. Just leave a comment in our chat, hit that like button, automatically entered in for your chance to win.
There we go. Good work, Sean. Just stealing that from me. Awesome.
That was not the end of the stream ad read. That was just the giveaway script. So
I know.
don't you worry. You can still do your job at the very end of this. I know who reads the giveaway stuff the entire time. It's me, because you forget about it.
There's a little tidbit. If you choose the orange one, you can be just like Danny Baggish as he rocks the orange Target Tacoma dart case. Notice that on our travels around the country.
Those just sold out. Record time, 5 seconds after it being said. Danny Baggish uses that color option? Amazing.
That's one of those breaking news segments that you hear about.
And just to clarify for the YouTube viewers, don't forget you need to comment on either one of the Facebook feeds to be eligible. So either USA Darts or Partners Promoting Darts on Facebook. Unfortunately, that's the only platforms we do the giveaways on.
Listen, it's a bold move to make the comment on YouTube, but it probably won't pay off for you.
This from Kenny trying to distance himself just a little bit. Does so with a nice 7 mark, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. Kevin does have the 20s and 19s, some big houses. There's a big triple. Another one will allow him to close, and that's exactly what he's going to do here.
Big darts. He's starting to throw the dart a little bit harder, too. Did you notice that?
Just a little bit. It looks like he's getting after it just a little bit. I mean, look at these averages. The 6.25, 6.40. Man. You're not entertained.
I like how Kenny went for the closes of the, he tried to go trip. He's like, yeah, I can hit that. That's the right shot for me. And then I can go 5 bulls after he only hits 2. That was his actual option there. Not going to make a difference. 6.18 from the rabbit. And it is 6-4. The problem, though, still becomes, can you throw that type of average against the throw and hope that Kenny doesn't throw a 5-5 and hold you off?
I mean, coming out of the break, folks, 5.25 for Kevin, 5.22 for Kenny. Those were your averages, and we've just climbed since. So, I mean, this is the kind of action that Partners Promoting Darts is bringing you all with this CSC Challenger Series. Love it.
Ryan Clark says, I've been talking to myself on YouTube the whole time. Well, don't worry. Not too many people talk to each other on here either.
You say not too many, but we have almost 700 people tuning in with us right now. Across all of our platforms.
Love that. Love that indeed. Thanks for joining us here. We appreciate it.
Yeah, we do not do the drawing live. Yeah.
Yeah, it happens in the background. We do those in the background and announce our winners after the next day. But
yeah, basically, once the feeds are finalized, there's a raffling software that we use. We pick one winner from the Facebook feed on USA and one from Partners Promoting Darts. Have it toss a coin, and from there, from there, boom goes Wisconsinite. And then from there, we post it the next day, so you actually get to see the winners announced on Partners Promoting Darts. They tag the winner on there.
Guys, let us know. It is a 6-4 score line. Who wins this? Sunshine State Santa or Rabbit? Put those hashtags in the chat. Let us know. S cubed, or rabbit.
Oh, look at the look back there.
Boom goes the Wisconsinite. Back-to-back 9s from the rabbit.
We could be just heating up here, Sean.
Oh, it's definitely heating up. And by the way, those averages really haven't ever dipped below that first leg, just so you know.
Kenny did for a 3.75 and leg at number 6, but that's the only one. You're welcome. That does count.
Yeah, that one leg. So not see too many. There we go. Lots of people throwing in their predictions. Lots of Sunshine State Santas.
Well,
And lots of rabbits in the chat.
Just to let you know, there's been 3 legs since our break here. It was 5-2 after our break. Right now, Kenny has an average of 5.36. Kevin with a 5.19. So Kenny's gone up a little bit. Kevin's gone down a little bit, but
It hasn't felt like that though, right?
It really hasn't. I mean, it's just a subtle dip from Kevin, and he's really been. It was that second leg that really kind of hurt him after the break, but he's kind of picked it up since, and I think we're just heating up. We're getting some intense back and forth here.
That's tough. Now they're both only throwing a 6.20 in this leg. It's gross. Gross numbers. 9th through 12th spot in this bracket, buddy. 9th through 12th. I believe this is the number 3 average taking on the number 7 average. Crazy. Michael, happens to the best of us, bud.
Kevin staying on the trip 16. Does connect. It's a 7 mark there, but 4 points ahead. So Kenny's going to go ahead and quickly. Well, maybe not now. Does he hit the triple and stay there? It looks like he's staying.
Yep. And he does stay. Hits 7 of them.
Stephon saying, I hit a 6 once.
You and me both, brother. 1 time's a charm. Oh. And of course, they're both on their numbers too, that they've been just drilling all night long. The 17s from Kenny and the 16s from Kevin. This is where the matches have been won and lost, which is why I think Kenny's been winning more of them, because 17s are worth more than 16, and that is math. Brought to you by John Madden.
Well, Brett Favre.
Good try.
You're welcome. Couldn't help that one.
Kevin's going to stay there all day.
Oh, man.
Unless I'm wrong.
He's been nailing those 16s.
Boom goes the Wisconsinite. And now the question goes back to Kenny, who now does not have the high ground. He's looking. He's taking the shot. And he hits a shot and gives a turnaround of his own. I love it. That's the most fired up I've ever seen Kenny Doyle, I think. Trip 15 gone.
So here we go. 3 bowls needed for the 7-4 lead. Double to start, single after that. 6.31 to a 6.33, Sean.
Not too bad, buddy. Not too bad. Things are in fuego here at the CSC Challenger Series. Hey, how about this? Darren Schmitz, brother of Kevin, saying that Ryan Sofa is doing shots of Polish for every 9 mark Kevin is throwing.
Oh, my word. There's been a lot, too. We're at 22 this evening.
Yeah. He has about 10 of them. He's not even wobbling back there. He's doing fine. I can tell where the Wisconsinites are in the chat. They're all just asking each other, are they drunk yet?
What's new, man? What's new from the
It's the
Wisconsinites?
best. It's the best.
I think they just like wake up in the morning and like a Bloody Mary just miraculously shows up on their dresser.
Hey, if you had that magic, you would use that magic.
You're
Boom goes
dang
the
right I would.
dynamite there from Kevin Schmitz.
Delicious bloodies for days. I'll take it.
And Kenny going right to his number, where he then switches immediately to a different one. Joe from Wahpeton's, North Dakota says, shout out from the Dakotans. Absolutely. Shout out. Love our North and South Dakota
Yeah.
players and friends.
Wonder if me and Nick are going to see him at NDA this year. That was a subtle jab, by the way.
Oh, I know.
Sorry.
Don't bring me in the middle of your couples quarrel. All right. I'm just excited to watch darts.
There goes the 18s. Is he looking down at his number? Oh, he missed his number.
He did. A rare one this
shocker.
evening that he's missing those.
Well, Kenny just letting him know that I can hit 16s too, bud. Boom goes the dynamite, Kenny Doyle. Kevin said that was cute.
Let me show you this.
Ooh.
I think the importance of Kevin not only winning this leg, but winning the next one here, he needs to win at least a handful before we actually see the match point from Kenny. And I think right now is the time to do so.
Takes a step back here. He's got to adjust that shaft there. It must have been loose as he felt that before he threw. Still staying on the bull, just gets one, but this leg looks to be in Kevin's favor. So 7-5 score line incoming potentially.
I have a feeling that if Kenny Doyle was mic'd up, that would be the best self-commentary in the existence of people. Like, you just saw them at the line. He's like, well, I could do this or this, but I don't know why not do this. I don't know what to do. And then he stepped up and just shot. Boom. Rabbit makes it 7-5. Still yet to get it back within one.
Yeah, he's got to break. He's going to have to break here, and that's a tough task against Kenny Doyle.
Here we go. Boom goes the dynamite as Skylar gives the "we're not worthy." he did the wave in the background. I loved it. That was wonderful. All right, Kevin. Oh boy. How about that? Back to back to start off the leg. I think we're in for quite the leg here, bud.
It looks like it. Oh my.
Do you think both these guys understand the importance of this one?
I think they both do. It's a miss at the first dart, but a 6 mark after that. Up to Kevin here.
Wow. Boom goes the Wisconsinite back to back. Wow. Mr. Doyle, the floor is yours.
Getting a 7-5 ram. sent to me. Appreciate that, Jay.
Kevin. Oh, he missed a dart. Oh my goodness, he's throwing an 8.33 after three rounds. My goodness. And he's about to be behind in the leg. Kenny's going back down. Ooh. Oh my gosh, Kevin found a different part of the 18. And then goes double 19.
Oh, wow.
This is, how do we even, I mean, I present to you darts in a different way than we've ever seen it before, everybody.
I do just want to present this because Will Wallace did just say, what's the record for 9 marks? Maybe tonight. I mean, I didn't think so there, but now that we're starting to kind of, things are getting interesting here. I don't know. We could very well see these guys take off and hit it.
Uh-oh.
What is our 9 mark? 30, is it 36? 39? 36. I think it's 36.
Yeah, I think there's a 6 in there. Yep. Big darts from Kenny Doyle makes Kevin pay for the one mistake he has made in this leg. He went for a double 17 and bounced below the double and then missed the trip 18 on dart 3, which, by the way, was his first missed trip 18 besides the single 18 he hit.
Well, man, don't forget we've had like 4 or 5 8 marks, I believe, in this match as well.
Look at this.
Oh wow, this
Kenny
really
Doyle.
This hurts if you're Kevin, because you were really holding in there strong, and this could have been your leg.
You start off 9 mark, 9 mark, 7 mark, and you're not even going to touch this leg at the end of it. I mean, how do you break that throw, man?
It feels like a slap in the face. I mean, what?
And he goes first dart, of course. 6.41 from Kenny Doyle there, with pressure put on him by Kevin Schmitz, and it just made him throw better.
Wow.
8-5. Kevin's got to find a way. He's got to find a way twice.
Difficult task ahead of you. I think that was his opportunity to kind of get one up and put himself one leg away, but a lot tougher task now because Kenny is one leg away from victory here and advancing. And what's scary to say is he'll advance to what, the top 8?
Yeah. Yeah, and what Kevin's got to do is got to make sure he wins this leg. He's got to win the leg with the throw. You can't look past this one. Think about the next one. Of course, Kenny gave him a gift right there.
The matter of fact, Kevin having to win 3 in a row when he's also playing his best average, debatably, we've seen. He's coming into this averaging a 5.01, and I believe he's shooting above that. And right now, it seems like he's just dismantled in the sense that Kenny has just been a brick wall every single time you think Kevin gets momentum in this. It's brutal to watch, and if I was Kevin, I would just start to get frustrated in the sense of, like, I'm playing great. 9 times out of 10, I beat somebody throwing like this, and yet right now, I mean, Kevin's gonna have to really hit a stride.
Well, you wanted to know the averages. I've got him. It's a 5.45 for Kenny and a 5.31 from Kevin. So both have picked up their average from the break.
Yeah, but that's jumped for Kevin Schmitz because it was a 5.18 like 4 legs ago.
After round or leg number 10, it was a 5.19, and in 3 legs he's jumped it to a 5.31. So he's went 6.33, 5.21, 5.57 in the last 3 legs.
Hey, quick check in from Northwest Indiana, Hammond, Indiana. Love your streams and great commentary. Appreciate that, Thomas. Hey, I want to give a shout out. He's probably not watching anymore. I hope not. I hope he's in bed. But I want to shout out my student Finn, who is fodder on YouTube and YouTube chat, and he's always there every week, every stream. It's awesome. Former student from last year, so just want to give him a shout out. That's pretty cool.
Oh, that is great. Great of you to do.
Kenny Doyle, another 7 mark, but Kevin in control this one. Double bowl? Almost. Guys, just to let you know one last time, A to Z Darts is sponsoring a live stream giveaway tonight. Tonight's raffle winner will receive their choice of any Target Tacoma dart case. Color options include red, green, which is my personal favorite, blue, the color of the sky, orange, Danny Baggish's case color, black, maybe your heart list, or yellow, sunshine yellow. Those are your options that you got there. As Kevin Schmitz does make it 8-6, but here is where I find it really hard for him to get this done, bud. He's got to win 2 legs against the throw.
Very tough task ahead. He's almost got to throw 6+, and that's difficult when your opponent's about to throw a 9.
They did the wave in the background for us. God love them. God love the Skybox. They sure did.
Oh, that is great.
Skybox is the best.
I love it. I love it. Nick, you're still ugly though, buddy. I can't help it.
My goodness. Kevin completely blocks himself. Now for sure Yeah, there's just nothing else you could do there. Unlucky. Look at how nonchalant Kenny is about those. Kind of eases off the gas pedal a touch there.
Just a little bit. And let's see how Kevin goes about this. 18s is his answer.
Well, you remember him on 18s last game.
Mm-hmm.
It's shocking that he missed the triple.
Well, folks, don't forget A to Z is featuring the latest Target signature player drop. Brand new Gabriel Clemens black darts and Dimitri Vandenberg Gen 2 darts are now available. As of course you start rattling off, you're gonna see a 9, and there it was from Kenny Doyle. View the Dream Maker Generation 2 barrels by clicking the banner on our homepage. You can also take advantage of the Target Yoko steel tip barrels, and of course there's another 9. To say you start rattling off, forget a 9. It's just bound to happen. Marked down to $42 a set right now on A2ZDarts.com.
Jeez.
Go take a gander and grab one.
Well, in the time it took you to read that, which is all of about 45 seconds, Kenny Doyle has just flipped this leg completely upside down, and Kevin Schmitz now needs a Christmas miracle for Santa not to win this one. And unfortunately, that's not how Christmas miracles work. So I think Sunshine State Santa is going to win this bad boy.
Wow.
That'll do it. 6.20. He gives a hot darn as he goes to the line. You'd love to see that as Nick controls the wrong camera. And we look back there at Austin Braswell, who says,
what did it
something.
say?
Kenny Little?
Put it back up. Put it back up, Austin. Nick will tell him. Oh, there we go.
Well, it's too late.
And then he puts it back down.
Well, shout out to Skybox for the wave celebration on the 9 mark. I find that to be amazing. Shout out to our chat this evening. That was wonderful. You guys are amazing. I appreciate the talk. Kenny Doyle. I love it. There you go. That was an impressive sign. Definitely creative. As you see it right there, Kenny Doyle has been using that same picture since season 1 of the CSC Challenger Series. And why not? He looks handsome. Gets it done. Still running. Will now take on Brett Davis, who is being looked at as a very solid competitor. We'll see what happens. Just defeated John Edwards in the last round.
Yeah, and John was looking promising in this one. So for Brett to come out on top of that one, who knows? I mean, he's a new player this CSC Challenger Series, so it's interesting to see where he'll end up if he takes the victory against Kenny or a bit ado. I'm looking forward to seeing how that match out, how that match progresses and what comes forth of that. So and that could be our stream match. Who knows? We'll see in the days to come. You never know. But how about for this match? 5.45 for Kenny, 5.32 for Kevin Schmitz.
Which, if I am not mistaken, a 5.45 would be second overall average in CSC Division 1. So Kenny is right there with the big dogs moving forward. And you saw it there in the chat. Gabe Steffen, who's waiting on the winner of the Brett Davis Kenny Doyle match, just goes, "Wow." So I can tell he's really looking forward to whoever wins the next week's match.
I'm sure he is. Yeah, we got Brett in the chat as well as numerous others. Mike Maloney saying he was brought up from Division 2 the last day. That was Brett Davis. So that's pretty
right.
That's pretty cool as well. So doing well. He's guaranteed to finish in the top 8, which is what I can't remember off the top of my head. Yeah, but $400. Good stuff indeed.
Hey, that's a great performance, and that's a great little tidbit there. Thank you so much for that, Mike. Mike always brings the good stuff.
We definitely appreciate it. Well, there we go, folks. That was another fantastic match brought to you by Partners Promoting Darts. We want to thank them for allowing us to present you this coverage tonight. Of course, USA Darts, happy to do so with me, of course, and Sean alongside us and Nick in the background. We do want to thank you for joining us this evening. Give us that like, give us that follow if you have not. We got a lot more content coming your way. That is a definite guarantee. So looking forward to it, folks. We'll see you next time, Wednesday night. Who do we got Wednesday night, folks?
Chris Alexander and Chris Watson.
Oh, is that who we're getting? I was about to say, let me pull up my little deal real quick just to double check. But if that's it, hey, that's going to be a taste match. We've already seen Chris Alexander on the stream once, if I'm not mistaken. There we go. Looking forward to seeing Chris Watson on the stream once again, as he was our Division 2 champion last year.
2 years ago?
Maybe last season was Aaron Ham, and the season before that, season 2 was Chris Watson.
Okay. It all blends together once you get multiple of these seasons together. So anyway,
he plays in Phoenix, Arizona, at Bullshooters.
Phoenix? I like that. I like that a lot. That was good.
Hooked on phonics.
All righty, folks. Well, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. See you Wednesday night for another exciting match from Division 2.
Have a great night, guys.